I'm Jennifer Roberts in for Mike Olenek, and this is FHTV News for the week of May 12th. Honoring the contributions of nurses was the focus of all Florida hospital campuses last week. Here's how some of those nurses were recognized. In Kissimmee, Nurses Week was celebrated in an official way. Mayor Jim Swan recognized our caregivers with a proclamation.
And ask all residents of this community to join us in honoring the registered nurses who care for all of us.
Meantime, in Apopka, we all screamed for ice cream. This social was a cool way of thanking our nurses for the job they do.
There's some days whenever you feel like you're not appreciated at home, you're not appreciated anywhere. So it's nice for somebody to just take a little bit of time to pat you on the back.
While Nurses Week was a time to honor RNs and LPNs, they were quick to share praise with the PCTs they work with.
They make our job possible. There's so many tasks that we wouldn't be able to accomplish if they weren't here to help us. And they're every bit as much of the team as all the nurses.
Now, this week is National Women's Health Week, and there will be health screenings for employees all week. The schedule of events is listed on the email that came with this episode of FHTV News. And you probably noticed this on the intranet, a countdown clock reminder that Florida Hospital becomes tobacco-free in less than 2 months. Representatives from an Adventist hospital in Peru were in town last week, anxious to tour the Ginsburg Tower. That's because they plan on building a smaller version of our very own tower back at home. And a quick construction update for us. Some of the new patient rooms inside are just about ready for beds. More than 450 volunteers were honored at an appreciation luncheon last week held at Walt Disney World. As you can see, the event was filled with characters singing and a conga line, a very fun way of honoring our dedicated volunteers. A Florida hospital heals the mind, body, and spirit. And this week, the spirit is getting some extra attention. Full manicure and pedicure stations, along with a full-service hair salon, are not the first things you would probably think of when you head to a hospital. Well, Florida hospital patients and employees are going to have to change their way of thinking now that Eden is open for business.
3, 2, 1.
Instead of a ribbon cutting to officially mark the opening of Eden, Florida hospital employees and friends and family of cancer patients cut their hair to donate it for wigs. Now, the mass haircut symbolized what Eden is all about, a way to serve cancer patients who are in need of an emotional pick-me-up.
I can't imagine being a patient and then coming in here and it's just an oasis in a hospital. It's really just incredible.
But there were others who took part in the haircut that can appreciate the emotional damage of cancer. Patty Wilson is a pediatric oncology nurse.
I work with kids who have cancer and they lose their hair. This is actually the 3rd time I've done it.
And Eden is not just for cancer patients. Anyone is welcome to make a hair appointment or a spa appointment for the services here. And if you would like to learn more about Eden, there's an employee open house that's happening this Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. That wraps up this week's FHTV News. We leave you now with the sounds of a mariachi band. They entertained the Orlando cafeteria lunch crowd for Cinco de Mayo.